If your former spouse is delinquent in paying child support or alimony, it's not fair. Obviously, you can only do what you can do. You couldn't make them be responsible when you were married to them. You're not going to make them be responsible now that you're divorced from them. So you try to communicate. Are you getting that paid? I'm expecting that. You do what you can to encourage. Be careful how you make complaints. Any negative criticism just continues the pattern again that you had when you were married. Don't do that. If they are habitually late, then you speak through your attorney. You communicate attorney to attorney. It just adds a different level of accountability to the process.
Every state has a child support enforcement office. They also have the ability to go across state lines. So if you move or your spouse moves to a different state, child support enforcement can go between states without any issue. And then the other power that they have is they have the ability to garnish wages.
It took me 2 years to get my financial settlement in court, but I've noticed that at least we're looking at probably 6 months before we can get child support or spousal support to kick in.
If you face the lack of consistent child or spousal support, you might need to consider additional options.
I usually recommend that my clients, one, apply for state assistance if they qualify, so Medicaid for health insurance purposes for both themselves and their kids. I also recommend that they apply for food stamps if they can and they qualify. They may want to go look to their church to see if there's any resources that the church can provide. Local food banks may be able to provide some additional assistance as far as food is concerned. The last thing that I tell my clients with regard to lack of consistent support is they probably need to try to get a job themselves.
Not having any income was really rough, and it's hard to start back over if you've been in a house with children and not had to worry so much about finances, and then now, boom, like every single dime you have to watch. So I found a job, specifically looking for a job that didn't have a lot of overtime, that made sure that the weekends were clear so that I could spend time with my child. I tried to stay active and engaged in all the things that she was involved in and participate as much as I could, but I didn't have any child support, so it was a really rough start for me.
It's very difficult to work and become independent when you have children. So one thing that's available through Department of Health and Human Services are child care vouchers. So that can take the cost of daycare down from several $1,000s a month to a couple $100s.
To learn more about joining or hosting a divorce care support group, visit divorcecare.org.